Good morning. This is your CDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Prime Minister Kamla Bisesa has returned to Trinidad and Tobago after attending the 51st regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM in St. Lucia, where regional leaders gathered to discuss matters critical to the advancement and development of the Caribbean community. With her return, Prime Minister Bisesa resumes her official duties as the government continues its commitment to delivering on its promises and advancing initiatives that improve the lives of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. The Prime Minister also expressed her heartfelt appreciation to the Honourable Jerlene John, MP, for her dedicated service and steady leadership while acting as Prime Minister during her absence. Mrs. Bisesa commended Ms. John for ensuring the continuity of government operations and providing strong stewardship during the period. As the administration moves forward, the government remains focused on serving the nation and addressing the priorities of citizens across Trinidad and Tobago. And Prime Minister Kamla Bisesa has reaffirmed Trinidad and Tobago's unwavering commitment to CARICOM, emphasizing the country's dedication to regional cooperation and integration. Addressing the issue during a media briefing following the 51st CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in St. Lucia, Mrs. Bisesa was asked to clarify her position on the regional organization. The Prime Minister explained that while Trinidad and Tobago had expressed concerns regarding the process surrounding Dr. Barnett's reappointment, the country's commitment to CARICOM remains firm. She noted that regional leaders agreed with her proposal that the matter be referred to the Caribbean Court of Justice for determination. Mrs. Bisesa acknowledged that she has raised concerns about certain aspects of CARICOM's operations and governance. However, she stressed that these concerns should not be interpreted as a lack of support for the regional body.
I've always said Trinidad and Tobago remains committed to the CARICOM. We have unwavering support to the CARICOM for us to work together to better the region and, of course, all our citizens. So I have not changed in that position. However, some matters discussed in the recent days, I think we've been able, through the chairmanship of Prime Minister Pear, and of course with the cooperation of the other heads, that we've been able to iron out some of the concerns I had. So my position has not changed. I remain committed to the CARICOM.
The Prime Minister added that disagreements are normal within a family and suggested that they should always be addressed head-on.
We will have issues from day to day, from time to time. In a family, you have issues of concern, and my position is that we must raise them. We must not put our heads down in the sand like ostriches. We raise them when they are and try to find resolutions. So we've been able in this 51st CARICOM Heads meeting to iron out some of those differences, and I think we are better as we go forward.
In sport now, Cricket West Indies has announced its squad for the opening 3 one-day internationals against New Zealand, with a teenage wrist spinner receiving his first call-up to the senior team in a significant milestone for the young prospect. 19-year-old Vittel Laws got the nod for the West Indies senior men's ODI squad after impressing at the ICC Men's Under-19 World Cup, where he claimed 10 wickets and bowled the tournament's most dot balls. Former West Indies spinner Nikita Miller will join the senior team's Guyana leg to mentor Laws through his first senior assignment. Guyanese batsman Shimron Hetmeyer was not selected due to his Major League Cricket commitments. Barbadian all-rounder Shamar Springer withdrew from selection eligibility following the passing of his mother. Kimo Paul steps in as his replacement. Head coach Darren Sammy says every match now counts as the team builds toward the 2027 ICC Men's Cricket World Cup in South Africa, Zimbabwe and Namibia. The squad assembled in Guyana on July 8th following their victorious 1-0 Test Series win in Antigua. And that's what's making the news this morning. But joining us right now is the host of Trinidad and Tobago Today, Virmala Balkaran. Good morning, Virmala.
Good morning, Carrie. You look well rested this morning.
I guess I could fake it until I make it.
No, yesterday you were well rested as well. I love this. I love this for you.
Yeah, I look like it, but
okay.
we put on our morning face and we come out and we do what we have to do. And, we try to bring some good positive vibes to the people who are viewing us this morning. And good morning to everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning to everyone joining in. Also, if you're streaming us, I love reading those comments. Have you ever gone through those comments?
Not no, honestly. All right, let me
I
not
read
be
them
on
for
national TV and tell lies. Okay, no, I have not. I have not
I
gone
have
through
read
the
them for
comments.
you, and they love you. So, I mean,
Well,
that's
thank you,
exciting.
thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it.
Well, this morning I woke up and there was a little bit of rain, so maybe today might be a little bit rainy. We're not too sure, but I will let you know later on with a weather update on the show. It's also Tobago Thursday, so there's so much to unpack there. Also, I want to tell you that tomorrow I won't be here. I will be somewhere else. Will you miss me?
Of course, I'm missing you already. I mean, you
Well,
just
look at
dropped
that.
this news. You just dropped this news on me now.
No, I've been dropping this news throughout the week that tomorrow we will be at TIC 2026. We'll be broadcasting live from the Center of Excellence. So we're looking forward to that. And yeah, it's going to be 2 hours of non-stop energy and, you know, talking to all the people behind the scenes.
That's
and
right.
also TTT Limited will be there. I believe we'll be at booth 256. So everyone can come and see us. You're going to be there as well. You just don't know that yet.
Okay. So you're reading my future. All right.
Absolutely. I am telling you, you're going to be there. So I will see
Okay,
you
well,
there.
you know, we will have a booth there at the TIC, so I will have to make myself present and, you know, and come and represent.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you see us, please come and say hi. We'd really love to see you. Well, Carrie,
And
I'll
for all
talk
the
to you
Virmala
soon.
fans, you know, they could get the opportunity to come see you in person.
I don't know about that. Oh, all right. Okay, Carrie. All right. I'll
Hey, you
talk
have
to
a
you
lot
soon.
of fans, all right? You do have a lot of fans.
It's Tobago Thursday. Leave my fans alone. And we've got so much to unpack for you on the show today. I'll talk to you soon, Carrie.
All right, looking forward to it, as usual.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Thanks so much, Virmala. When we come back, the Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show gets going right after this short break.
When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens, because your world can't wait. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
The Mother Church of the Anglican Diocese suffered significant damage during the earthquake of 2018. Efforts are underway to raise funds to restore this national heritage site. You are invited to make your donations with monthly deposits at any branch of the First Citizens Bank, account number 2696950, Marval Road Branch, in the name of the Incorporated Trustees of the Anglican Holy Trinity Cathedral Restoration.
What if possibility was only the beginning? Welcome to Limitless, a journey where ideas become action and action becomes impact. From breaking barriers and challenging misconceptions to designing with dignity and driving innovation with heart. This series explores how inclusion is moving from concept to community in Trinidad and Tobago. Across each episode, we meet the change makers and everyday leaders, turning challenges into opportunity, building real solutions that change real lives, from possibility to impact. This is Limitless.
Unleash your imagination with TTT's terrific Toon Time. Join us as we stop evil geniuses from taking over the world from Super Z. Or hop on board for a journey into outer space with Galaxy Kids. Be a part of our quest to save the forests alongside our robot pals from Bugs Bot Ignition. Or let's go exploring with Duda and Dada. Catch terrific Toon Time weekdays at 4:15 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. It's fun-filled adventure with terrific Toon Time right here on TTT.
Thursday, 9th July 2026. The time now, it is 6:10 a.m. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Virmala Balkaran, and welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Let's take a look now at what's trending this morning as usual. Well, as you heard in the newscast a little earlier on, Prime Minister Kamla Prasad-Bisesa has returned to Trinidad and Tobago after she attended the 51st regular meeting of the CARICOM Conference of Heads of Government in St. Lucia. Now, at the summit, CARICOM leaders agreed to refer the dispute over the reappointment of Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett to the Caribbean Court of Justice for an advisory opinion. The Prime Minister then reaffirmed Trinidad and Tobago's unwavering commitment to CARICOM, saying that the regional body is like a family that works together to really improve the lives of its citizens, and that it is natural for family members to raise concerns or have disagreements. Well, during the final day of the meeting, the Prime Minister also addressed reports of recent U.S. airstrikes on suspected drug trafficking vessels in Caribbean waters. And she said, there is no evidence that Trinidad and Tobago nationals were among those killed, stressing that governments must be guided by investigations, evidence, and legal advice, and not speculation. She also thanked Acting Prime Minister Gillian John for her leadership under her absence. And cultural icon Paul Bill Trotman, better known as Trinidad Bill and Lord Flying Fish, has died at the age of 92. A celebrated calypsonian, and comedian, and visual artist, and traditional mass advocate, Trotman spent more than 6 decades promoting and preserving Trinidad and Tobago's rich cultural heritage. And best known for his hit Back to School and his lifelong contribution to calypso, pan, and carnival, he's being remembered today as a national treasure whose legacy will continue to inspire generations. And turning now to some funeral arrangements for the late cultural icon Oscar B. Family and friends and fans will gather on Monday, July 13th to celebrate the life and legacy of the beloved soca entertainer. Now, his funeral service is scheduled for 10 a.m. at the Faith Assembly Church in Five Rivers Junction, Arouca. Oscar B is being remembered for his vibrant personality, his infectious music, the music that we love, and his lasting contribution to Trinidad and Tobago's entertainment industry. Our thoughts remain with his loved ones during this time. And remember, I just told you, tomorrow, the Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show is taking over the Center of Excellence for the Trade and Investment Convention 2026. So you can join us live from 6 a.m. as usual as we shine the spotlight on TNT's dynamic manufacturing sector and the innovative businesses driving our nation's growth. You meet the entrepreneurs and discover exciting products and all the services that they have to offer you, and hear firsthand about the investment opportunities helping to shape the future of Trinidad and Tobago. Plus, we've got exciting prizes to be won throughout the broadcast. You don't want to miss that. And you can also be a part of the conversation by following us on social media at TNT Today Show. The Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show with me, Virmala Balkaran, will be live from the Trade and Investment Convention 2026 exclusively on TTT Limited. Live for local. And I know you know it is Tobago Thursday, where we spotlight all things happening on the Sister Isle. We also link up in a short bit with Sweet 100.1 FM as usual. Lots to look forward to when we come back. So you know what to do. Grab your cup of coffee and settle in. Trinidad and Tobago Today has begun.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going like,
You know, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
Resilient, brave, worthy. 12 majestic women, 12 majestic journeys. Majestic Makeover Season 3, coming soon to TTT and TTT Live Online.
Majestic Makeover Season 3 is powered by
Hi everybody, I am Leah.
And I'm Dion.
And we are
The Duncans.
Listen, we're here to tell you about a project the Lord has given to us called the Marriage Confessional. It is geared toward married couples, those that are on the road to marriage, and those that want to get married one day.
So join us on TTT and on Facebook and YouTube at TTT Live Online.
The Marriage Confessional, only on TTT.
Protecting Tobago's marine treasures while supporting the people whose livelihoods depend on them is a delicate, ongoing balancing act. Right at the center of that conversation is the iconic Buko Reef. Recently, crucial stakeholder meetings have been taking place between the House of Assembly and local reef tour operators to chart a sustainable path forward. Now, joining us to discuss the major takeaways and what the future looks like for the marine park is Barry Lovelace, Marine Resources Director from the Division of Environment, Climate Resilience and Energy. Good morning, Mr. Lovelace. Thank you for being here. How are you this morning?
Hello, good morning. Good morning. I'm fine, thanks.
Right. Now, to start, Mr. Lovelace, can you give us an overview of the recent meetings with the Buko Reef tour operators, and what are the main takeaways from these discussions?
Right. Well, the Division of Environment, Climate Resilience and Energy, a new division on the block, we have been meeting with stakeholders with a view of involving stakeholders in management decisions, right? For long, many years we've been trying to, THA that is, been trying to bring some sort of regulation or regulate activities on the reef and so on. We've been trying many things over the years. But given that we have a new division, we said, well, let's try a new approach, right? And whereby we have the stakeholders be more involved in what happens. And so to that end, well, our first significant meeting would have happened on the 13th of April, thereabouts. A consultation or conversation, some would say. Right, that was held at Pigeon Point, and there were many user groups that were represented there. You had the reef boat operators, reef boat owners, jet ski owners and operators, the vendors who are there, and if you I guess you would know that there are a lot of other emerging activities in that one little space. Right? So we'd have had that meeting, and, well, on the other side, in terms of the management side, you also had representation from our division, that's the Division of Environment, one, Mr. Secretary, Mr. Henry. You also had tourism there, in the person of Secretary Hackett and Percy. You also had Secretary Tate there in terms of security, right? And you also had in the audience, persons from Maritime Service Division represented and so on. So it was quite a substantial discussion. And, well, the objective there, many things were discussed, and there were very vibrant discussions, as I'm sure you could imagine, and so on. But one thing that was very common in terms of a consensus, I think there was consensus in that there's need for some sort of, some reform in terms of the regulations and how the space there is regulated. So that was a common theme, and it's long overdue, right? However, I can tell you that the division, as I said earlier, we are looking to do just that, but with the inclusion of the users towards what we term it as a co-management. We're trying to go towards a co-management arrangement in terms of the way we operate this space from there. And of course, that will take a lot of discussion. It's not the easy path. It will take a lot of negotiation between groups, discussions in terms of coming up with decisions and so on. And so stakeholder engagement will be a very big part of it. I said April 13th we'd have started, and since then we'd have had several other meetings with smaller groups. For example, the jet ski as a interest group, we'd have met with them, had fruitful discussions. We also met with the reef boat owners as a group. Right? Soon we'll be meeting with the vendors as a group, and this sort of consultation approach, will continue towards a better managed system in the Buku Reef Marine Park.
Now, Mr. Lovelace, the tow operators are on the water every day and they face unique economic realities. I want you to break down what were some of the key concerns or recommendations that they brought to the table during these sessions.
Right. In terms of their concerns, the reef operators, well, they did complain a lot about the lack of enforcement of the rules, surprisingly, right? In terms of a consistent presence over the years of the enforcing agencies, right? Now, the THA we have reef patrol, what we call reef patrol officers, right? We need more. We definitely need more. We have a reef patrol boat, but oftentimes we collaborate with the other enforcers, such as the Coast Guard, the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard, and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, right? Maritime Service Division as well is also included in that enforcement effort. We also, in recent times, we also include customs, right? And so we try to collaborate in terms of the enforcement. But I want to say, in terms of enforcement, it's not that the system, we're trying to build a system to catch people out, in that way, right? What we are trying to do is to have compliance, right? And not really put people out of business, but have compliance so that everybody could operate fairly in an even playing field and so on. Share the space, in terms of zoning and spatial management, that sort of thing, and so on. So that's what we're trying to achieve, right?
Now, Mr. Lovelace, again, with the THA focusing now on climate resilience, are there any specific budgetary allocations or upcoming structural improvements, like revamped public facilities perhaps, or mooring buoys, or all of that slated for the Buku Reef area?
Yes, there would have to be a lot of infrastructural works that need to take place, and in a sense we have already started. Because during April we'd have replaced the boundary markers. There are 5 major markers that delineate the legal boundaries of the marine park. Right? Over time, and due to non-maintenance, they would have cut away and some. There was, I think, 1 or 2 were there. So we've replaced them, and we've also put signs, new fresh signs indicating where the boundary is. Right. So the major signs are 3 places. One at Pigeon Point, a large one there for seafarers. They'll know that you're now entering the park at this point. There's also one on the other side at Buku Beach, right, indicating that the boundary markers is just a little way off the beach. And then there's also one at Gibson's Jetty, which is another major gateway to the marine park. So we place those. We are also looking to put down or replace the moorings on Coral Gardens that were there and they've cut away, right? And we want to do that in collaboration with the reef tour operators, right? So the moorings, we're also looking at in terms of signage for zoning and so on. And just a word on that, I mentioned other management partners before, but we also have the Institute of Marine Affairs, which we see as a very worthy partner. Right, we are planning to have a consultation for policymakers. That's that's coming up in August, the 13th thereabouts, right? For policymakers, so they too can be updated as to the scientific basis for some of these decisions that have been made, right? And we'll also, well, of course, I said policymakers, but we'll also have the users involved in that as well. We'll probably have a special one for the users sometime a little after. All right? So, yes. So, with zoning, you need a lot of infrastructure, works to be put in place, signs, moorings, this sort of thing. The operators did express the need for a slipway. All right? We're also looking into that urgently, all right? And so things of that nature.
All right, well, Mr. Lovelace, my final question for you. Tell our viewers this morning, how critical is the tour operator community in acting as the frontline defense and educators for visitors regarding reef preservation?
Very, very important, right? Even more than we, the managers, because, they are on the water every day, right? They're interfacing with the patrons and the public. No patrol officer or fisheries or marine resource manager, can reach the visitors in the way that the operators do, right? Within the first 5 minutes of a tour, I would think, is an opportunity for every reef tour operator to educate and to give the public a sense of the importance of this space that they are in, right? And it will augur well as well for their livelihood, in terms of the sustainability of their livelihood. And so that's exactly why the accountability policy and training that we are pushing, right? That's why it matters, right? So bring them up to a more professional level, right? Again, we are collaborating with the Division of Tourism in that regard, right? They would have a whole training scheme for the operators to heighten their capacity in terms of delivery of that sort of education and even how they conduct their business and so on, to make it, to have a better product overall in terms of the experience that people have when they visit the park.
All right, Mr. Lovelace, thank you very much for joining us this morning. You know, it's really encouraging to hear that these conversations are bringing together conservation and collaboration, because protecting Bucca Reef is really a shared responsibility. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.
And thank you for having me. Thanks.
No problem. Thanks again for your time, and all the best in those consultations as they continue. The time now, it is 6:30 a.m. This is your reminder that tomorrow we'll be broadcasting live from TIC 2026. So if you are there, the convention runs from 10 a.m. Well, today and tomorrow. So please come and say hello. We'll be at 256. That's TTT Media Limited. But also we'll be broadcasting live from 6 to 8 Trinidad and Tobago today morning. Should we take a break and we come back?
Parents looking for the ultimate summer experience for your children? This July, give them the perfect blend of academic excellence and creative expression right here in Tacarigua. Let their creativity soar at our Kids Summer Music Camp. From the sweet sounds of the steel pan to an exciting final ensemble, we keep your children engaged from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to secure the academic future? Empower your child with our intensive SPA and CSEC math boot camps with essential past paper practice. Invest in their future. Weekly rates for academic boot camps are just $400. Or get the complete 4-week package for $1,600. The full 4-week music camp for just $1,600 per camper. Call or WhatsApp 482-8011 right now to register. Give your child the head start they deserve.
Get ready for the biggest business-to-business event of the year, the Trade and Investment Convention, happening on July 9th to July 11th at the Center of Excellence, Macoya. Doors open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on business days, 9th and 10th July, and 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Consumer Day, Saturday, 11th July. Dress code in effect for business days. Park and ride available from Constantine Park and UB TGR North Car Park all days. And NAMDEVCO, July 9th to July 11th, sponsored by the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism, Exim Bank, Balroops Group, Robust Security Network Limited, and Lullaby Group.
I just wish that I could meet someone who understands me.
She's beautiful. Thinking about inviting her home for Christmas. Christmas where? South Carolina.
That's exciting. If you win the mom, you win the man. You need to do the laugh. The laugh? Take notes. What is it?
Slow down, bro. You're moving too fast.
You just have to learn how to enjoy life. Seeing you and your family together makes me wish I had that in my life.
Hell.
Your news anytime, anywhere. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
It's the ultimate graduation surprise that has touched hearts across Tobago. For 9 months, Private Crystal Spencer has been deployed with the U.S. military in Germany, thousands of miles away from her son, Andre Hercules. And she had convinced this Speyside high school graduate that she wouldn't be able to make it home for his big day. But with a little planning and a lot of secrecy, Crystal walked onto that stage to hand Andre his certificate herself. Well, today we are so thrilled to be joined by the mother and son duo making waves across the island. U.S. Army Private First Class Crystal Spencer and her son, graduate Andre Hercules. Good morning to you both and congratulations.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Now, Andre, take us back to that exact moment on stage. You know, you're expecting a teacher or an official to hand you a certificate, but you look up and you see mommy. What went through your head in that moment?
I felt betrayed, to be honest. This woman told me the morning of graduation, yes, I'm proud of you, even if I can't be there. Do your best, give your speech. Told me to make her proud and thing. And then I see this same woman who made me cry that very morning, walking onto that stage, biggest smile on her face, like she did nothing wrong, you know? So now I have to go and cry in front of what I can only assume is about 400 people on the field itself, and God knows how many online. That can't be forgiven. Can't.
But I mean, really looking back now, you don't find that there were strange things, any clues, and any phone call. I mean, the phone call in the morning to say she couldn't make it. You didn't feel like something might have been up?
Oh yeah, definitely. I looking back at it now and I realizing she was acting really suspicious.
She gave it away. She almost gave it away.
Back then I was too in my feelings to really think about them things.
He felt betrayed. Yeah. I can't believe you went from betrayed to then, crying in front of everyone. But that's really a good feeling. Now that the gown is off, Andre, and the big surprise is over, you're officially a Speyside High School graduate, right? So what are your big plans and your dreams for the future now that you've finished school?
I'm not entirely sure, actually. Really not sure.
Yeah, and that's totally okay. You'll figure it out as it goes. And Mom, welcome home. Planning a military operation is one thing, but keeping a secret from your own son is definitely another, especially when he's that smart and intuitive. How difficult was it to maintain that lie that you weren't coming home, especially as the graduation date got closer? I can't keep a secret for very long. I can't do surprises.
That's not very hard, though. I know how my son operates. I know how he thinks. And there are certain conversations we always have. And so I just maintain those, throughout the entire time. For example, when I landed in Trinidad, he called and I was unable to answer the phone. And so I called him back, but I texted him at the moment and said, hey, I'm trying to assist my friend with something, which is a normal message I would send him if I'm busy. And he said, okay. And later on, I called him, but I called him from my sister's house. I turned all the lights off, so he couldn't see where I was. But I also would have texted him and said, hey, I'm in the bush for 7 days, which is quite normal between us. So if you need me, just text me and I'll respond. And he said, okay. So since that time, we've just been texting, no calls. And the morning of the graduation, like he said, I sent him a message like 5 minutes before the graduation started, which was very deliberate, so that he wouldn't be able to call to have a whole conversation. And at that point, he said, okay, I'll make you proud. And I said, could you send me the Zoom link, please, so I could look at it virtually, which he did send. And so I made it look like everything was fine. My family, they dropped me off at the graduation. And when I got there, he was just about to walk onto the stage. And I waited until they were on stage. His teachers knew that I was coming, at least his form teacher. And so she assisted in making it happen the way it did. So when I walked on, it was just, it was a moment.
Now, you've also lived in the U.S. for 9 years and you were just deployed in Germany. But, I heard that you've managed to stay very active in Andre's life, even helping with homework across time zones. So how do you manage that balance and what advice do you have now for other long-distance parents?
There's no handbook for parenting. There is none. There is you making the effort and sacrifices. And one thing I did with my son was I used technology a lot to be a part of what I was doing. We didn't have a choice, And so whenever he would have issues with anything, I would say, send me a text message, send me some sort of something across, emails, whatever it is. And I would read it and I would do it. Some of the subject areas that he would have attempted, I also did in school. So it was basically just me going through it with him on my own, doing it, and then sending it back to him. And even home assignments. And there were times when he would be like, Mommy, yeah, it was right. It was right. So yeah, it worked for us. I mean, if I couldn't do it, we had a huge support. So I would call probably my brother or my aunt, or even there was a teacher who would assist us, So we had support all around. This is the typical example of when you speak of a village with a child. This is a typical example of that.
Well, speaking of that, a surprise also takes a village, Crystal.
Yes.
So tell us who is
Yes.
part of your support system that helped to really coordinate with Speyside High to make sure that the surprise went off without a hitch.
Honestly speaking, it was everyone. Everyone in my family knew. My sister who lives in Trinidad,
Except Andre.
everyone except him. My sister who lived in Trinidad, she called him. She was like, "Hey, mommy's not gonna be here, but auntie's gonna come, and her son and her husband, they gonna come up to support him." And he was like, "Okay." So we both came up the same time from Trinidad. She came home. I didn't. I went by my aunt Sunday at up the hill, and she came home. So he keep thinking, okay, everything is going as planned. Oh, but it was going as planned to what he knows, But it took my mom, it took my cousins, even as I said, his form teachers. So everyone came into play and did what they had to do.
Well, now that you both are finally back in the same room, which is such a lovely sight, how are you planning to spend your time together in Tobago before duty calls again, Crystal?
Well, we both are returning to the States in the coming days. We are both returning to the States.
I see.
By the time I get back, I'm out for a few days, but right after that, I'm back to work.
Well, Andre, you're looking
we're gonna
forward to
figure
a
out
break now, right? Now you have a break from all of the studying and the exams, and how do you feel about that?
It feels great. Feels great. I don't have to get up early anymore. I can wake up and want to.
And now you have mommy by your side, and you get to do fun things. Anything you want to, do, any fun activities you want to do with your mommy before she heads back to work?
Nah, don't really have any ideas.
The betrayal is running
just
deep,
wanna be
Crystal. I feel like the betrayal is still there.
He just wants to be wherever I am. That's his big thing. Wherever I am, that's where he wants to be. And that has always been him ever since a child. So now that I'm here and now that he knows we're both going back together, he's happy. That's all he wants. Everything else in his mind will fall into play, which it will. But he just want to be with me. And I'm happy with that too.
Thank you for joining us this morning. We really appreciate that. It was a beautiful story, and you got to share that with us. And it really reminds us that no amount of distance can really diminish the bond between a parent and a child. And some of life's greatest moments will wait the wait. Congratulations again to you, Andre, on your graduation. And Crystal, we thank you for your service. We wish you both many more special memories together. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye. Thank you for having us.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Oh, a heartwarming story this morning, and I know that really tugged at your heartstrings. The time now, 6:44. For all the stories that you see here and more, you can head across to TTT Live online. Also at TNT Today Show. Our social media channels are always there for you. You can find everything there. If you want to contribute to the show, you have a story idea, you have a press release, you want to collaborate with us, we'd love to hear from you. So simply send us an email at tttoday@ttt.co.tt, and you can be a part of the conversation that's shaping our nation. Trinidad and Tobago Today, news you can trust and the stories that matter.
client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going like,
You know, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel. And I never regretted it.
Resilient, brave, worthy. 12 majestic women, 12 majestic journeys. Majestic Makeover Season 3, coming soon to TTT and TTT Live Online.
Majestic Makeover Season 3 is powered by.
I know it sounds romantic to leave everything behind to bake bread and muffins, but this isn't us. We haven't worked here in 20 years.
I'm from the Great National Trust Bank. Is there somewhere we could talk?
2 weeks.
That gives you until the 24th.
But I mean, it's Christmas Eve. Have you thought about entering the Grand Prix?
The what?
The dessert Grand Prix.
I love that show.
We can save the bakery and we can save Mom's house.
Welcome to day 1 of Chef Paulo's Dessert Grand Prix Christmas Special. This is your 2-minute warning, chefs.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. This isn't just some game for bored housewives. This is baking, and you're rolling with the big boys now.
If you're just joining us, good morning and welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Now, when we think about health and fitness and sport, our minds often jump to the youth, but the Division of Youth Empowerment and Sport is proving that staying active has no age limit. Healthy aging is a critical pillar of a thriving community, and the Division's Active Seniors Recreation Program is already up, running, and transforming lives across Tobago. Well, here to give us a full breakdown of the program, share how our seniors are responding, and really tell you how to get involved is Mr. Sean Aberdeen, the Technical Director of Sport. Good morning, Mr. Aberdeen, and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great and happy to have this conversation. So I want to start with this. Tell us about the inspiration behind this initiative. You know, we often connect your division primarily with youth development. So tell us about the vision behind the Active Seniors Recreation Program and why focusing on healthy aging is a priority for the division right now.
Well, first, let me say thank you for having me. So at the Division of Youth Empowerment and Sport, we believe that recreation is for everyone, not just for children or young people, but every Tobagonian throughout every stage of their life. And in discussions with our secretary, Mr. Keegan Denoon, he really led the forefront for the vision behind the Active Seniors Recreation Program. As our population really ages, it's becoming increasingly more important to provide opportunities to help seniors remain healthy, help them remain independent, and socially connected. Many adults, they want to stay active, but they may not always have programs that are tailored specifically for the needs. And this program, this initiative creates that opportunity. This initiative is about promoting healthy aging through safe and enjoyable physical activity while creating spaces where seniors can build friendships and reduce isolation and continue to enjoy an active lifestyle. So in many ways, it's our way of giving back to a generation that has contributed so much to Tobago. So that was the vision behind the initiative and the Active Seniors Rec program.
Now, Sean, for those watching who might be hearing about this for the very first time, we're seeing some pictures on the screen now, and they look like they're having such a wonderful time. What does this program actually entail? What kind of low-impact sports and exercises or recreational activities have you designed specifically for Tobago's senior citizens?
Right. So this program is tailored for persons age 50 and over. And it really focuses on engaging in low impact activities that are suitable for different fitness levels. Our sessions focus on improving strength, improving balance, and flexibility through guided physical activities that are safe and enjoyable. So, very basic light aerobic work, light movements, utilizing the chairs, and training seniors in activities that they can replicate at home as well when they have time on their own. So we've built this program around three key pillars, and the pillars are physical well-being, mental well-being, and social connection. So participants not only exercise, but they also take part in activities that stimulate the mind, encourage interaction, and create meaningful friendships. And that is why our slogan really captures stay active, stay strong, and stay connected. So it's really about a holistic physical and mental and social aspect of recreation that we try to impart on the seniors.
And I know that the program is already underway. And what has the turnout and response been like from the seniors across our communities? And have there been any standout moments for you, any stories from the participants so far that you would share with us?
Yeah, well, so far we are really pleased with the response thus far. I mean, the enthusiasm from the seniors has been very and extremely encouraging. One of the things that we notice is how quickly the participants become comfortable. You know, people arrived a little reserved on the first day, but not long after, they're laughing together, encouraging one another, and even engaging in healthy competition against each other, you know, who can do more, who can run a bit faster, and so forth. So for us, the success has been overwhelming so far, and it's been a pleasant surprise that I can say that the response towards the program, and they've been asking for it all over now. And it had a lot of funny moments. I should say funny moments and engaging moments. There was a particular moment where in the launch, a senior, she had a cane and she came into the program. And by the time the program has finished after the hour of training, she is leaving without her cane. She said she doesn't need it. She feels good, of course, you know, and there are many other stories of seniors really finding confidence within themselves and confidence that they had before and expressing themselves in many, many different ways. And these are the kind of outcomes that we hope that the program would create.
Yeah, we know physical activity is really great for the body, but what about the mental and social benefits? You know, how are you seeing this program tackle things like senior isolation or just bringing a sense of fun and community back into their weekly routines?
Yeah, while the physical benefits are important, the mental and the social benefits are equally valuable. You know, as people get older, some experience loneliness or reduced social interaction after retirement, perhaps, and changes in family life and dynamic. This occurs with age. So this program really creates this opportunity for seniors to reconnect with others, make new friends, reminisce on the past, and really enjoy a real sense of community. Every session, sorry, encourages conversation, laughter, teamwork. The social interactions can have a tremendous impact on mental well-being. So when we talk about healthy aging, we're not just talking about the stronger muscles, but we're talking about happier and more connected lives, you know? Sometimes the greatest benefit isn't just the exercise, but the friendships that are formed along the way. So it really focuses on the mental aspect of seniors and really helps them to encourage connection.
Yeah. Now, for the seniors watching right now, or the children and grandchildren who want to get their loved ones out of the house, how can they climb on board? And are there, any costs or anything like that involved?
Well, getting involved is very easy. I would encourage not only seniors, but also their children and their grandchildren to help spread the word. So there's no cost attached, which is one of the best parts. And the sessions are held every Wednesday and Friday from 9 to 10 at 3 locations over a 2-month period. So we are 3 locations for now, and we hope to expand and grow. And we are at the Lowlands Hamden Multipurpose Center. We are also at Codler Hall Multipurpose Center, and we are at the Bell Garden Multipurpose Facility in the east. So anyone interested can contact the Division of Youth Empowerment and Sport on 639-4818. Our extensions are 2012, 2014 for any additional information. But listen, you just turn up at one of these centers, come ready, come comfortable, don't wear the heels, bring some sneakers, walk with a towel if you need, a bottle of water. We also provide water, a change of clothes if you want to hit town after, but you just turn up, come in something comfortable, and you be part of the program. You sign up. There's no cost attached. All we just need is you to be there.
All right, Sean, thank you so much for being with us. Have a good day. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll find out how the program has been going, all right?
Thank you very much for having me. Have a
All
great
right,
one.
we hope, thank you, Sean. We hope today's conversation inspires more seniors and their families to get involved in physical activity. It really helps with your mental health as well. And thanks again to Sean, and continued success on that program across Tobago. It is Tobago Thursday on Trinidad and Tobago. Today, the time now just about 6:56. We take a short break, then carries up next with the major network news. Time is really flying by this morning. Don't you agree? And don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be at TIC 2026. We'll tell you all about that, and also World Cup action. It is definitely heating up, and we'll be here on Sunday, July 19th for the final viewing party. See you inside the next hour.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Hello everyone, I'm Pastor Lisa Singh from Heavenly Grace Ministries in New York, and I want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me right here every Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. It has been a fantastic 2026 so far, and the Word of God has just been unraveling in ways that we can only imagine. So I don't want you to miss out. Remember, every Sunday morning, 6:30 a.m. right here. Looking forward to being with you.
The Mother Church of the Anglican Diocese suffered significant damage during the earthquake of 2018. Efforts are underway to raise funds to restore this national heritage site. You are invited to make your donations with monthly deposits at any branch of the First Citizens Bank, account number 2696950, Marval Road Branch, in the name of the Incorporated Trustees of the Anglican Holy Trinity Cathedral Restoration.
I know it sounds romantic to leave everything behind to bake bread and muffins, but this isn't us. We haven't worked here in 20 years.
I'm from the Great National Trust Bank. Is there somewhere we could talk?
2 weeks.
That gives you until the 24th.
But I mean, it's Christmas Eve. Have you thought about entering the Grand Prix?
The what?
The dessert Grand Prix.
I love that show.
We can save the bakery and we can save Mom's house.
Welcome to day 1 of Chef Paulo's Dessert Grand Prix Christmas Special. This is your 2-minute warning, chefs.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
This isn't just some game for bored housewives. This is baking, and you're rolling with the big boys now.
TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Good morning. This is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. With the passing of Paul Emmanuel Cecil Bill Trotman at the age of 92, Trinidad and Tobago bids farewell to a treasured cultural giant whose artistry enriched the nation for more than 6 decades. A man of many gifts, Trotman moved effortlessly between the worlds of calypso, theatre, visual art, poetry, and public performance, leaving his mark on every stage he graced. Known and beloved as Lord Flying Fish, he gave voice to the spirit of the people through memorable compositions such as Back to School, Sing a Song for Me, and Would You Believe? His magnetic presence and unwavering commitment to the art form made him a cherished figure within the Calypso fraternity, including his remarkable 23-year journey with the original Young Brigade Calypso tent. Beyond song, Bill Trotman became a familiar and trusted voice of celebration and culture, serving as host of the prestigious Dimanche Gras stage for 11 consecutive years. His contributions to the nation's cultural heritage were fittingly recognized in 2005 when he was awarded the Hummingbird Medal Silver. Today, the curtain falls on an extraordinary life, but the echoes of his music, creativity, and passion will continue to resonate across Trinidad and Tobago. In other news, plans are being developed to create employment opportunities for young Trinidad and Tobago doctors across CARICOM member states. Prime Minister Kamala Bissau confirmed the initiative at the conclusion of the 51st regular meeting of CARICOM heads of government on Wednesday, highlighting efforts to expand regional opportunities for the country's medical professionals. The Prime Minister said she raised the issue with fellow CARICOM leaders during talks.
We do have many medical graduates at the general practice level, house officer level, and we have shared with CARICOM members. We are willing to work with them to provide fully trained doctors, majority trained, UWI trained doctors to the other countries.
Mrs. Bissau said the high cost of living in the region has been a major concern for CARICOM member states, but believes greater regional cooperation can help address the challenge. Pointing to the medical industry, she noted that shared access to infrastructure provides a solution while allowing countries access to foreign exchange.
We have had help from the government of India to set up a national prosthetic center. This is for the fitting of artificial limbs. I have set up that center, and I'm now saying our services there, of course, at an affordable price will be available to our CARICOM brothers and sisters. Because when we look at the prices otherwise, you go to the US, they range from $3,000 US to, what was it you told me, $120,000 US.
In this vein, she also encouraged the region to make use of the Couva Children's Hospital. In more news, the Guardian's Passage was scheduled to depart Trinidad and Tobago on Wednesday night, carrying humanitarian aid to Venezuela, where communities continue to recover from the devastating twin earthquakes that struck on June 24th, leaving widespread damage and destruction. Prime Minister Kamala Bissau, speaking after the 51st Heads of Government meeting in St. Lucia on Wednesday, said one of the ferries used for the inter-island route will be sent to Venezuela filled with aid parcels. The two 7+ magnitude earthquakes, seconds apart, struck near the north coast of Venezuela, particularly affecting areas west of Caracas. Mrs. Bissau revealed regional leaders were speaking up until 2 a.m. on Wednesday, discussing the issue. She praised the region for stepping up to give assistance to the people of Venezuela during this time. Switching to sports now, the St. Lucia Football Association on Tuesday confirmed the resignation of Stern John as head coach of the St. Lucia senior men's national football team, ending his tenure that spanned 3.5 years. In a statement, John described the decision as difficult, but expressed deep gratitude to the players, staff, administrators, and supporters who embraced him during his time on the island. John, who took over as St. Lucia coach in May 2022 and left with a record of 12 wins, 10 losses and 3 draws, has pledged to assist with an orderly transition. The former player is TNT's all-time leading goal scorer and was a member of the squad that earned TNT's sole appearance at a FIFA World Cup in Germany in 2006. And that's what's making the news at this time. When we come back after the break, it's our number 2 of Trinidad and Tobago Today. Stay tuned.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going like,
You know, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digicel is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
Parents looking for the ultimate summer experience for your children? This July, give them the perfect blend of academic excellence and creative expression right here in Tacarigua. Let their creativity soar at our Kids Summer Music Camp. From the sweet sounds of the steel pan to an exciting final ensemble, we keep your children engaged from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to secure the academic future? Empower your child with our intensive SEA and CSEC math boot camps with essential past paper practice. Invest in their future. Weekly rates for academic boot camps are just $400. Or get the complete 4-week package for $1,600. The full 4-week music camp for just $1,600 per camper. Call or WhatsApp 482-8011 right now to register. Give your child the head start they deserve.
Resilient, brave, worthy. 12 majestic women, 12 majestic journeys. Majestic Makeover Season 3, coming soon to TTT and TTT Live Online.
Majestic Makeover Season 3 is powered by...
I'm Renee Sion with another edition of Caribbean Week in Review.
I just wish that I could meet someone who understands me.
She's beautiful. Thinking about inviting her home for Christmas. Christmas where? South Carolina.
Right, exciting. If you win the mom, you win the man. You need to do the laugh. The laugh? Take notes. What is it?
Slow down, bro. You're moving too fast.
You just have to learn how to enjoy life. Seeing you and your family together makes me wish I had that in my life.
Hell.
Well, remember this Friday, the Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show is taking over the Center of Excellence for the Trade and Investment Convention 2026. Join us live from 6 a.m. tomorrow as we shine the spotlight on TNT's dynamic manufacturing sector and the innovative businesses driving our nation's growth. So meet the entrepreneurs, discover exciting products and services, and hear firsthand about the investment opportunities helping to shape the future of Trinidad and Tobago. Plus, we've got some exciting prizes to be won throughout the broadcast. You don't want to miss it. Be part of the conversation by following us on social media at TNT Today Show. The Trinidad and Tobago Today morning show with me live from the Trade and Investment Convention 2026, exclusively on TTT Limited, Live for Local. Well, it is Tobago Thursday, and we continue to bring you everything happening in Tobago. And as Tobago prepares for the annual Tobago Heritage Festival, in this week's I Love Tobago, we visit the village of Moriah, where an entire community is preparing to welcome visitors to witness the Tobago Old-Time Wedding, a cherished tradition that has preserved the island's rich cultural heritage for generations. More from Carisia Douglas.
Old-Time Wedding is a living celebration of Tobago's cultural identity, where every footstep, every body movement, every meal, and even every fabric tells a story of Tobago's rich and unique heritage.
We visited the Moriah Community Center and witnessed preparations for the annual Tobago Old-Time Wedding set to take place on Saturday, July 18th. Preparations range from the heating of the tambourine to young and old learning their steps to dance through the streets. Coordinator Ingrid John Jack shared that this culturally rich tradition dates back to 1962.
Our first Prime Minister, Dr. Eric Williams, when we gained independence, when Trinidad and Tobago gained independence, he wrote to all the village councils in Tobago to do something indigenous to our heritage, right? And the Moriah Village Council at the time chose to do an old-time wedding.
Mrs. John Jack shared that after a hiatus of several years, and with the intervention of the late Stanley Beard and Dr. J.D. Elder through the Tobago Heritage Festival, the Tobago Old-Time Wedding production returned to life.
So in 1987, they then still invited the Moriah Village Council to take part in the Tobago Heritage Festival, of which we are part of. This is the 39th year.
The Tobago Old-Time Wedding includes a procession featuring the bride and groom, bridesmaids and groomsmen, a reception and a stage production. If you ever attend, you'll see a lady carrying a canister, another with a breadfruit on her head, and several others, each representing an important aspect of the tradition.
We have the lady with the canister, right? That is to show that the bride is not leaving her parents' homemaking, right? It have with the pillows on the canister, sit inside. And we have the lady carrying the cake. Right? So everybody must have a bridal cake, right? And then we have the lady with the breadfruit. That shows that the bride is a virgin. Anytime you see a knife in the breadfruit, that means the bride is not a virgin, right? And then we have the lady with the coal pot and iron. That shows that the bride, the coal pot and iron signifies she had the coal pot and iron to iron her husband's clothes to do the laundry.
And in fine Tobago style, once people hear about a wedding, the whole community invites itself.
You see the woodman with an axe. That is to cut up the wood, right, to cook the meal, and sometimes he may bring little provision or so. He will be in his garden, you know, and he will hear the sound, right, and then he will just come and join the wedding. You'll have a lady with a basin. She will be watching by the river and hear about this thing and just run out with the basin of clothes and everything to be a part of the procession.
As the procession makes its way through the streets accompanied by tambourine music and spirited dances, the brushback, a traditional dance, is a highlight.
3 steps forward, that is going on, the bride is going on in life, and the 2 steps backward is not forgetting her past.
While the brushback is synonymous with the Tobago Old-Time Wedding, Mrs. John Jack said several dances are presented during the reception.
You know, it have the dances such as Marico, and it have the Castilian, and Passe, and other dances will be taking place there.
The flamboyant dresses in vibrant colors also add to the wedding's attractiveness.
Because years gone by, we were just mimicking the ancestors, our European no masters, right? Because I see those people with the dress, right? And the hat and stuff like that. And the men in the status quo, you know, white shirt, the bow tie, and the top hats. And don't forget the umbrella. That is to share their female partners.
And what is a wedding without food? Mrs. John Jack said villagers come together to provide the meals.
But here, the food is real old-time food, right? Kong plantain, kong tea, and we have rice, plain rice. That's how they used to do it long ago. And provision, kalalu, kuku.
This year, the bridal affair will be introduced.
The bridal affair. The bridal affair is when the bride, in preparation for her wedding, godparents or some aunt or some elder relative will tell her, you know, about married life.
39 years later, Mrs. John Jack proudly noted that the tradition of the Tobago old-time wedding is in good hands, with many young residents coming forward to participate.
We must never forget our part. That is why we are reenacting how the old-time wedding used to be long ago. I think that it is part of our culture, right? And we must keep that as long as we live, right? And to see all these youths in the thing still going on strong.
Organizers stressed everyone is invited to attend and be part of this year's Tobago old-time wedding.
I'm inviting everyone to come to Moriah this year. We have a fun-filled packed show for each and every one. The bridal affair, we are introducing this year. Ceremony, the cake and wine, our lovely cake and wine, giving everybody will get a piece.
Thanks to a little friend and one of the groomsmen before I left, I learned a few brushback steps. And with much encouragement after a few minutes of practice, I joined the Tobago old-time wedding procession. I am Carissa Douglas for TTT News, and I love Tobago.
Well, this morning we told you about the passing of cultural icon Paul Bill Trotman. Also, we are still mourning the death of Oscar B. And now this morning, news coming to us, music fans around the world are now mourning the death of Welsh singer Bonnie Tyler, who has died at the age of 75. Now, she's known for her powerful, husky voice, and she rose to international fame with chart-topping hits, including one of my favorites, Total Eclipse of the Heart, and Holding Out for a Hero. And she really became one of the defining voices for the 1980s. Her family says she passed away in hospital in Portugal following an illness, and she leaves behind a remarkable musical legacy that inspired generations of fans all around the world. Well, as we reminded you, we will be live at TIC tomorrow. We really hope to see you there. We know lots of our friends and our viewers are going to be there as well. This is hosted by the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association, and it is the Caribbean's premier business-to-business trade exhibition and the largest networking trade show in the Anglo-Dutch Caribbean. Remember, it's taking place 9 to 11. That's July 9th to the 11th. And tomorrow we're going to be there on the 10th. There's one more day after that. We'll be broadcasting live, and that's from 6 to 8. So once again, we hope to see you there tomorrow. We're going to be at booth 256, I believe. You can get all that information on TTT Live online. Well, we take a short break now, and when we come back, the show continues on Tobago Thursday on Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, Log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Get ready for the biggest business-to-business event of the year, the Trade and Investment Convention, happening on July 9 to July 11 at the Center of Excellence, Macoya. Doors open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on business days, 9th and 10th July, and 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Consumer Day, Saturday, 11th July. Dress code in effect for business days. Park and ride available from Constantine Park and UB TGR North Car Park all days. And NAMDEFCO, July 9 to July 11, sponsored by the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism, Exim Bank, Balroots Group, Robust Security Network Limited, and Lullaby Group.
Since 1972, one sound has been living in the heart of Trinidad and Tobago, the longest running radio station in the nation.
We're your holiday soundtrack, whether it's on your day off, long drives, or house lives. We are always sweet.
This is music with meaning, music with memories.
Music that feels like home.
And it's not just the songs, it's the voices you trust, personalities you've grown with.
Laughter that sounds familiar. This isn't just radio, it's tradition. It's memories. It's part of who we are.
Sweet 100.1 FM, the rhythm of our identity, part of your family.
Always 100, guide you on your way. Sweet 100, sweet 100.
Thank you for all the comments on our live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. We see you every day and we truly appreciate you. We actually got an email about someone inquiring about our mug. You know, maybe this could be a thing. Maybe we can have a line. But thank you for loving it and thank you for loving us. We get all of your emails every single day. You can send us an email if you'd like at tttoday@ttt.co.tt. And tomorrow, we really do look forward to bringing you an amazing show from TIC 2026. I'll tell you more about that as the show progresses. But for now, let's head back to Tobago. Now, for most 11-year-olds, the secondary entrance assessment is the biggest challenge of their young lives. But for Scarborough RC student Ajani Atkins, sitting that exam was just the latest chapter in a series of adversities that would test even the strongest adults. Over the last 2.5 years, Ajani has battled sickle cell disease, grieved the sudden loss of his father, Trevor, and fought through a severe bone infection that left him hospitalized for months and learning how to walk again. Yet, through unwavering determination and the fair support of his mother, Ajani didn't just sit the exam. He triumphed, passing for his father's alma mater, Scarborough Secondary. Well, joining us now is the definition of a champion, Ajani Atkins, alongside his incredible mother, Kemba Atkins. Good morning to you both, and thank you for being here.
Good morning, and thanks for having us.
Hi, Ajani.
Hello.
How are you this morning?
I'm very nice.
Yes, you are very nice indeed. Now, Ajani, looking at your results and knowing that you're heading to Scarborough Secondary come September, especially since it was your dad's school, How does it feel now to see all the hard work that you did with your teachers and your mummy and everything you've been through? How is it to see all of that pay off now? Are you excited?
I feel very ecstatic because no matter my circumstances, I'm very glad that I still passed for my second choice.
Yeah, and you did amazing and you really put in the hard work. Now, Mummy, you had to manage so much, and Ajani cannot be under the heavy stress that other children face due to his sickle cell, and yet he missed months of school. So walk us through how you stepped up now as a teacher in that hospital room, and you really brought his books to his bedside, and you really took care of him and prepared him for this exam.
Well, for me, bringing the books to the hospital was a practical decision, as it was a decision that was made to preserve his mental health. Because while we were at the hospital, I wanted to remind him that, despite the challenges, we have to rejoin school. You have something to look forward to. You have somewhere to be and some things to do as well. So it was a means to encourage him and inspire him that, you will get better. You will get better. And when that happens, you have to be ready for what is ahead of you. It was practical because he would have already missed a lot of the SCA preparation during the July-August period. I did not want him to struggle when he returned. I didn't want him to be disadvantaged. So I saw it as my responsibility to get him to that place. As a matter of fact, I bought the books to the hospital. I covered them in his presence so he could see that there is something to look forward to. We're not staying here. We're not living in the hospital then, and things will get better. I kept in contact with the teachers so they would be able to, send the schoolwork, send it. So while I returned from work in the afternoon, school was in session because at the end of the day, while he was a patient, he was also a student, and life was happening outside of the hospital.
Now, Kemba, you lost your husband, Trevor, I believe in late 2023, and this really left you as the sole breadwinner and parent during an incredibly turbulent time. Tell us this morning, how did you find the strength to keep your family anchored while helping Ajani to process his grief and his health battles simultaneously?
Okay. It was actually December 2023, and since that time, it has been, a saga of opportunities to solve problems. Right? My life has been, it's almost like a crisis. Little things emerged, and I had to focus on sorting the finances, sorting his estate, dealing with Ajani's health issues, dealing with my other children. So it was an uphill battle. It affected my sleep, it affected my peace of mind. But at the end of the day, I had to, pull myself together really quickly. Grieving for me, it wasn't like how other persons grieve. I found myself, I was 41 years old, and I had to deal with, a life that I didn't imagine. But at that moment in time, it required me to be the rock for my children, to be the strategist at work, to, be that support and comfort at that time. But I didn't do it on my own. There were periods where I couldn't talk to God. I couldn't entreat with him. I couldn't, even ask him for anything. So what I could have done at that moment, in those moments, is to be still and allow him to take over for me and for us, right? And when I couldn't do it, he sent my friends and my family members to provide the support and to, be there for me to when I needed to rest, stay with him for 2 hours or so. So I didn't do it on my own.
Well, Ajani, I understand that you also had some support from your friends. Your mom had mentioned that when you returned to school, your classmates at Scarborough RC actually became your protectors, and they were helping to push your wheelchair, and they helped to keep you involved in physical education. So how did that feel, knowing that your friends were in your corner and they were really pushing you, literally pushing you around and helping, you to enjoy all of these experiences?
It felt very fun, and also I felt accepted and happy that my friends cared for me, despite even I missed months of school.
And I know that you spent so much time in hospital really fighting your infection. But you said that you want to go back to the hospital one day, but not as a patient. You want to go back as a surgeon. So what makes you want to help other people in that way, Ajani?
When I was in the hospital, I was suffering, and I don't want anyone else to suffer with any disease or any sickness ever again. And I want to make people's lives better.
Now, Kemba, before the results came out, I understand that Ajani asked you, what if I don't get in, Mommy? And you gave him a beautiful reassurance that his best was enough. And a lot of parents need to reassure their children the same way. So what message do you have now to other parents about taking the pressure off our children and really focusing on their resilience instead?
Okay. Well, for me, SCA was just it's an exam, it's a small exam, right? It doesn't define them, it doesn't define what the future would be like. I would suggest that we focus more on building the character of our children, ensuring that they are sound, that they can contribute to society, that they are able to have quality experiences, and to, reassure children that, sometimes you may succeed, but you may fail. And it is in building these characters that they're able to thrive, they're able to rebound under circumstances. And so that was important to me. We have to look beyond just a mere exam. People peak at different times in their lives. And at that time, it's like that it is their own motivations that drive them, that keep them there, right? And as opposed to the motivations of their parents. So yes, you may not get it, but it's not the end of the world. You will get it later on in life. It's not the end of the world. There's bigger out there aside from SE and the exams and rigors of SE.
Well, Ajani, for any other boy or girl watching this morning, and they might be going through a really tough time, with their health, or they lost a parent or a loved one, what would you say to them, someone your age, as a child your age, about, keeping a big smile and never giving up? What would you tell them? How should they get through all of this?
By keep moving forward and trusting in God's faith.
Yeah. And what about you, Kemba? What would you say to any child that's dealing with something similar?
Well, what I would say to the child is to keep pressing on. And, well, to the parent, I'd say teach your children to pray. Teach your children to have hope and to dream big, right? In spite of their challenges, they are still, citizens. They can still have fulfilling lives, right? So teach your children to hope for something bigger, right? You are your children's ambassadors, and therefore they will rely on you to be strong, rely on you to pray always, rely on you to speak up when it is necessary to speak up for them. But at the same time, you have to be kind to yourself. Accept the support where support is required. And, just be kind to yourself. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself the opportunity to be refreshed and then come again.
And Ajani and Kemba, thank you for sharing your remarkable journey with us. And your story is truly one of courage and resilience and hope and unconditional love. And we know it has inspired so many people watching this morning. And Ajani, congratulations on your SEA success. We have no doubt you'll continue making your family proud. And we can't wait to see the incredible things that you'll do. And all the best in your new journey. All right, and all the best to you as well, Mom. Keep up the amazing work, and we always would love to hear from you and progress on how Ajani's settling into his new school.
Thank you for having us.
All right, have a good day. The time now 7:33. Another heartwarming story. We were definitely pulling at your heartstrings this morning, and thank you for being here on Trinidad and Tobago Today. We take a short break, and then we come back with more on Trinidad and Tobago Today.
Virmala Balkaran, host of the Socially Safe podcast, the new TTPS podcast where we share real stories, teach real lessons, and create real impact. From online safety and youth crime to community policing and personal responsibility, we go beyond the headlines and talk about what's happening in our communities with the officers and experts who are on the front lines. Because safety starts with awareness, conversation, and action. Tune in to the Socially Safe podcast on the TTPS YouTube channel, listen on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Don't miss it.
Watch on TTT, Mondays 6 p.m., Tuesdays 1:10 p.m.
Carl, by the way, did that wish ever come true?
No, not yet. But fingers still crossed.
You're in love with me?
Yes, I'm in love with you. How do you not see that?
Did I do something wrong?
You just kissed me and changed my life.
I should have known that you were that woman in the elevator.
What about Millie?
I'm not under her spell. I'm under yours.
'TTT News every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant. Good morning. This is The Link Up with Sweet 100.1 FM.
All right, you know the drill. It's time to take a quick moment to connect with our friends and Sweet 100.1 FM. Good morning, Nicholas and Mark.
Good morning, Virmala. Good morning.
Eat one raw.
Okay. Are you going to perform for us this morning, Mark? I mean, the floor is
I don't know
all
all the
yours.
words for this one.
I
don't know this one too good.
We'll
I don't know
chime
it too
in.
good.
Come on.
I
You
was
have this.
hungry. Da 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 da. Two white women traveling through Africa. I don't know this.
I feel like those are the only words you know, but you know what?
Yeah.
A for effort.
I don't know it's what.
I am so proud of you this morning. I am incredibly proud.
Virmala,
I'll stay in my lane this morning.
Virmala encourages this every morning, every
Every
time we link up.
Thursday.
I don't know why.
Nick, if you were singing, you would want me to do the same thing. You're being very ungrateful.
No, I would want you to
I'll
tell
work with
me stick to my D job.
Guys, I like this. I like that angle where I can see the Christmas tree because it's Christmas in July. How's that shaping up?
Christmas in July.
Christmas in July in the house, man. And it's been going very, very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to thank the ladies who have assisted us this year. You know, Carell, Terry Dan, Rachel, Ria, everybody came out.
So they were responsible for decorating our studio for this Christmas in July. So just folks from here in the building, and they decided to come and give us a nice little Christmas cheer. So we do appreciate that.
I love that. Listen, once you have Rachel, you need nothing else and nobody else. If it's one thing, Rachel will always have a theme, and she'll always find things. I don't know how she does it. But Rachel, a special good morning to Rachel Harridan. We love Rachel.
She's here. She's always on the ball. Very helpful, very cooperative, wonderful person.
Yeah, well, I love the decor, guys. So how's the Christmas music been going? I shared my favorite Christmas song with you last week.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I did. What was it? Mark, if you remember this, I will always support your singing. Come on.
Nick, here we're going. If I tell you Virmala's Christmas song right now.
Okay.
You know, because she did share her Christmas song last week. And were you listening?
And nobody played it for me.
Nick, were you listening?
I was looking for it.
I told Nick, I feel you should play it for her right now. I really feel you should play
The
that.
fact that you don't even have that in your bank, Nick,
You are the setup.
Nick, you should play that
How
song
it's
for
on
Virmala
me?
right
You're
now.
the setup artist.
Nick,
and if you can't play it, you can sing it.
Nick,
Virmala, he can't remember.
Nick,
so
go ahead.
since Mark started singing this morning, we'll have Mark sing the song. We'll have Mark sing
Guys,
I did my
it's
part
Did
already.
Muppets and CeeLo Green.
That is what I was telling you, Nick, and you like that song too.
I actually Virmala when we did the outro, I actually played it after. So we did play it last week. So
Okay, no problem.
I remember
I'll take that for now.
Imagine that I remember.
So what's going on with football? Y'all still arguing? Are we on the same side? Mark's antagonist. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
So Mark was utterly disappointed, and that day he actually came late because he was in mourning because he lost his team, the USA, that he picked at the start to be at the final in the World Cup. They lost to Belgium 4-1. So if you look at his face right now, he's not having a good go at it with the football.
Let me see Mark's face. Mark, put on your best sad face for me right now. There we go. I am so sorry, Mark. Listen, I know you were a big footballer back in your day. Remember, my director told me that you were the best thing in San Fernando.
Thank you very much.
You gave them a lot of tempo. In San Fernando.
Here we go again.
I can't say that about my partner. He's my friend. I can't say the same thing about him.
I never reported myself to be a footballer. So
no sports in it.
Well,
wow.
Speaking of that, I look forward to seeing you all at the finale. Game on. We'll be right here.
The watch party. Yes.
Yeah. So
they're right here in our car park, 11 miles.
Mark, would you buy me a ticket?
I will buy you a ticket, of course.
Mark, it's free.
Of course, Virmala. I knew.
That is why he said yes.
I would buy you a ticket.
All the support that I give you.
I will get you 2 tickets. 2 tickets, Virmala.
You see,
not 1 ticket. You can't give Virmala 1 ticket. I have 2 tickets.
Guys, I'm on a roll this morning. My producers are asking me why am I like this morning? I don't know. I'm just, I'm on a roll. By the way, before I go,
it's a beautiful day.
This morning we found out about the
Bill Trotman.
Yes, and there's also Bonnie as well.
Bonnie Tyler, yes.
Bonnie.
Yeah, and that's definitely one of my favorite songs. Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Total Eclipse of the Heart. Beautiful song.
And today we spoke about that, and today on the flip side we're celebrating the birthday of the mighty Sparrow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow!
Yep.
So look at that. Well, thank you for joining me, guys. I appreciate you every single day. I will see you next week, same time, same place, where we do this all over again.
Enjoy your day.
Have a great day, Virmala.
Enjoy your day, Mark, and try and behave and. Don't be mean to Nicholas.
You see, she's getting the wrong impression, Nicholas. Really
bye, guys. Have a good day, and bye to your listeners as well. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
That was the Link Up with Sweet 100.1 FM.
Today, good morning. This is the Link Up with Sweet 100.1 FM.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on,
I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Rivalries, predictions, and bragging rights. Who are you backing? Who's already making excuses? And who do you think will lift the trophy? Join hosts Mariah Ramharak and Nasira Mohammed live on The Final VAR, Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. as they discuss every controversy, every goal, and review every match from football's biggest stage, along with a panel of guests. The Final VAR, where the debate is as exciting as the game. Watch exclusively on TTT and stream on TTT Live online.
Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
You are dearer to me than all the stars. So many wish but never reach. 'Cause when I'm falling and all the world seems dark, you help me find my peace. Oh, shun mi ba fishani. Oh, shun mi ba. Oshun mi ba fishani arubita yeah 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 yeah
We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. Oh, God is mighty, oh, on him I heal sickness in my body. Some believe in Christmas, but don't believe in Jesus Christ. He came for you, and he came for I. Yes, he was born to die.
Let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord.
Mark your calendars because Tobago's premier cultural showcase is about to begin. On Thursday, July 16, the Shore Park Complex will come alive for the opening night gala of the 39th annual Tobago Heritage Festival. Well, grounded in a powerful theme this year, well, it is a very beautiful and dynamic presentation showcasing the very best of our island's creative talent through drama, dance, and live music. And the opening night, well, it promises to set a spectacular tone for the rest of the festival season. Here to tell us what we can expect on opening night and beyond are TPAC's CEO Jared Primer and Artistic Director Almal Gordon Holder. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm good.
I'm great, and I think I want to get.
Yeah, so go ahead.
I was saying I want to get you to say T-Pack before the end of this entire thing, so that it just resonates in you. T-Pack, T-Pack,
T-Pack. It's T-Pack.
Yes.
All right. Okay, T-Pack CEO, tell me, the Tobago Heritage Festival is just around the corner. And with the opening night gala setting the stage for the celebrations. So tell us now about T-Pack's role in this year's opening.
All right. So, of course, T-Pack very new to the Trinidad space, but we are very happy to be Tobago's cultural and training engine in this new creative industries that we are forming. So, of course, because that is our mandate, T-Pack has been charged with the responsibility of producing the opening night show. Now, T-Pack, of course, has drama, dance, music, and film as part of our offerings. So we are going to be presenting all of that and using the bedrock of Tobago's culture to really promote our stories and take our stories to the world. So this is a show that everyone needs to see because we are going to tell the whole story.
Well, let's talk about the production. She Becomes Whole. Tell us about the story and the inspiration behind it.
All right. So, She Becomes Whole is a really powerful theatrical journey that explores history, identity, and cultural inheritance, right? And it's told through the voices of four witnesses: George, Aisha, Kwasi, and Kofi. And each of them have to confront a different form of historical and personal journeys. And at the end of it, they realize the power that they have within themselves as Tobagonians, but also the legacy that they have to pass on so that generations to come will understand the importance of celebrating our heritage and our traditions.
Now, what has the creative process been like, from writing the script to seeing it take shape in rehearsals?
Oh wow, it has been quite a lovely experience. Myself, Jared, and a young lady called Shadi Titus, we would have come together, conceptualized and written the script, and from there we've actually basically moved from page to stage. It has been quite an experience. One, um, remembering our Tobago stories and how important they are, and also educating the actors and dancers and everybody about what the story is about and why it's important to be told. And it has proven to be quite an exciting experience because when you see young people become excited about something that they're part of, it's a it's a lovely experience to be a part of. I'm excited. I really am excited.
I know this production brings together performers from all over Tobago. So tell us about the cast, what it's been like working with such a diverse group of performers.
Well,
All right, so
Jai,
Omar, you go ahead. All right, well, I'll go first, and just to say that I sit as the CEO, but I'm also a creative director myself. And Olmal, I must give her props because she's the one who actually put me on stage first. So Olmal is a powerhouse as a director, and I think that she brings that sort of mothering, teachering energy to the space. The young people who are here, they trust her with the work. And what I love is that we are seeing continuity. We have some older figures, some what we call some seasoned performers who are part of the cast. They are teaching our young people as well. So we're seeing transference. Even in terms of music, we have some younger drummers who are here, some younger musicians. We are seeing this process really is moving into its new season because we're getting the young people to appreciate our culture. They are appreciating the stories and they're realizing within themselves, this is our identity. And we can feel proud to tell our stories to the world. So it's it's been a wonderful thing to look at and see unfold. And I almost wish my time on stage could come back. It's really a wonderful thing.
I know this is the yeah. Sure, sorry.
You go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. You were about to give your answer, so it's totally fine.
Right, I said in relation to what Jared has been saying, as a matter of fact, this week we had an entire hour and a half dedicated to explaining and demystifying all the parts of the story that people who may not have understood as part of the process, because we felt that the educational aspect of this production is also very important for the people who are part of it, so that when they're telling the story that they are part of, that they themselves understand, so we make the audience understand better.
Yeah, so I was asking you, it's the second year that TPAC and the Tobago Festivals Commission have collaborated on the opening night gala. So tell me briefly before we go a little bit about that partnership.
So we are really pleased to continue this partnership. The Tobago Festivals Commission is our big sister. We are all in the creative industries together, and we have a really great working relationship. I really want to say hats off to Mr. Cowan. He always continues to work well with us. So they are the innovators. They are the ones who execute. So we have to work hand in hand. We create and they ensure that the framework is there for us to present this work as effectively as we can. So it's been a wonderful partnership and it can only grow. And that's really how our creative industries will continue to germinate. When we have these companies coming together as partnerships, we also have TTAL or tourism agency, they're always ready to lend the support from a communications and marketing perspective as well. So we're really building a wonderful triad here of our creative industries that will now tell Tobago stories and push Tobago stories forward.
And what do you hope that audiences will take away from She Becomes Whole after the curtains close?
Well, let me let Alma answer first and I'll jump in after.
For me, what we want the audience to take away is that our stories are important. Even though sometimes you may think that, well, I'm going to next time this thing again, but let's pay attention to the stories within the stories that people tend to forget. The things that remind us of who we are as a people, as Tobagonians, intrinsically, because some things are happening to Tobago right now that some of us are trying to figure out what is happening. We need to get back, find our way back to the places and the people and the teachings from our ancestors and our elders that has told us, has been trying to tell us. What we have in Tobago is unique and beautiful and needs to be preserved in a way that ensures continuity.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jared and Almal, for joining us this morning. Hopefully, we'll continue this conversation a little later on, maybe this month. So we'll look forward to having you back. Thank you and have a beautiful day.
Thank you. You have a good one. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Now, the Tobago Heritage Festival continues to celebrate all the stories and the sounds and everything with She Becomes Whole. We'll talk about that maybe next week on the show. But tomorrow, don't forget, we are heading to the Center of Excellence for the Trade and Investment Convention 2026. You can join us live from 6 a.m. as we shine the spotlight on TAT's dynamic manufacturing sector and the innovative businesses driving our nation's growth. You get to meet everyone behind the scenes, the entrepreneurs, all the products and services, and you hear everything firsthand about investment opportunities that are helping to shape the future of TNT. And some exciting prizes are up for grabs for you as well. So you can be part of the conversation with us at TNT Today Show. We see you tomorrow, where we do this live from the Center of Excellence from 6 to 8 a.m. on Trinidad and Tobago Today. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Unleash your imagination with TTT's Terrific Toon Time. Join us as we stop evil geniuses from taking over the world on Super Z, or hop on board for a journey into outer space with Galaxy Kids. Be a part of our quest to save the forest alongside our robot pals from Bugspot Ignition. Or let's go exploring with Duda and Dada. It's fun-filled adventure with Terrific Toon Time right here on TTT.
The Mother Church of the Anglican Diocese suffered significant damage during the earthquake of 2018. Efforts are underway to raise funds to restore this national heritage site. You are invited to make your donations with monthly deposits at any branch of the First Citizens Bank, account number 2696950, Marval Road Branch, in the name of the Incorporated Trustees of the Anglican Holy Trinity Cathedral Restoration.
There are a number of risk factors for heart disease, so a lot of attention has to be put towards preventive cardiology. What can we do to reduce the burden due to all these risk factors? Hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol, need to stop cigarette smoking, you gotta get people exercising.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Your news, anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most, on air and online. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
Good morning. This is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Minister of Trade, Investment and Tourism, Satyakama Maharaj, says since coming into office, clearance times for yachts arriving in Trinidad and Tobago have been reduced from 4 hours to 15 minutes. He highlighted the work his ministry has done to achieve this success.
We have upgraded the arrival facilities. We put a new port health office. We have upgraded the immigration and customs offices because you only get one chance to make a first impression. And we are positioning Trinidad and Tobago to become the premier yachting hub of the Southern Caribbean.
The Trade Minister noted that his ministry continues its work to improve the quality of local products and services, thereby attracting more investment partners and allowing more businesses to reach their export potential.
Most importantly, these reforms demonstrate our commitment to building a more competitive, more efficient, and more business-friendly economy. To advance that goal, we are strengthening the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards to enhance the quality of our products and services, modernizing digital platforms such as TT BizLink, streamlining government services, improving trade facilitation, expanding market access, and working alongside our exporters.
Mr. Maharaj was speaking at the opening ceremony of the 2026 Trinidad and Tobago's Manufacturers Association's Trade and Investment Convention on Wednesday. In other news, Minister of Education Dr. Michael Dowlath says the Ministry of Education's ongoing curriculum reforms have the potential to unlock new opportunities for innovation and better prepare students for the demands of a rapidly changing world. Speaking at the Future Forward program on Wednesday, the Education Minister pointed to the deep wonders of Trinidad and Tobago and the adjacent High Seas expedition as an example of the kind of innovation and scientific exploration the education system is seeking to inspire.
That is the first ever locally led deep sea scientific exhibition in our waters. And so there are over 16 scientists from our universities that are going out on this big ship around Trinidad and Tobago. And they're using those remote vehicles that will go close to over 3,000 meters underwater to see what lies on the seabed.
He indicated that the expedition represents the innovation that we want to cultivate in young people through the changes in the curriculum.
The curriculum needs to continue to change. At the primary school, we are introducing the continuous assessment from Standard 3 up, and we are including the visual and performing arts, the science, the STEM subjects. We are introducing the physical education, and together with digital technology, preparing our students for when they enter into secondary school for our Learning Without Limits program, our laptop initiative.
The minister was speaking at the Future Forward program, an initiative dedicated to empowering students, entrepreneurs, and community members with the skills of tomorrow, bridging imagination and opportunity through training in artificial intelligence, coding, sustainable energy, and entrepreneurship. In sport now, Alexander Zverev has booked his place in the Wimbledon men's semi-finals after overcoming one of his toughest recent opponents. The German snapped a 7-match losing streak against Taylor Fritz, defeating the American to reach the last 4 at the All-England club. Zverev had lost 10 of his last 15 meetings with Fritz, including 2 at the All-England club. With the American hampered by a knee injury, Zverev was clinical, winning 6-4, 6-4, 6-2 in under 2 hours. It's his first win over Fritz in more than 2 years and puts him 2 wins away from a second straight Grand Slam title after his French Open triumph last month. He'll face British wildcard Arthur Ferry in Friday's semi-final. And that was your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. From the entire team here to you, have a great day.